What really happened to Jungkook? And why did his condition change so suddenly that even Taehyung and HYBE are in panic mode? Could this be the moment that changes everything for BTS forever? Stay with us until the end, leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe, because this story might break your heart. What if everything we thought we knew about Jungkook's current situation was only the surface of something much deeper? Something darker, unexpected, and painfully real? What if the reason Taehyung has been acting strange lately, quieter than usual, wasn't just stress or exhaustion, but fear for someone he calls his brother? Fans across the world are holding their breath tonight, as whispers from HYBE and quiet messages from those close to BTS hint at something no one wanted to believe. Jungkook's condition has taken a sudden, shocking turn. The word "sudden turn" might sound vague at first, but to those who've been watching closely, every post, every silence, every delay, it feels like a storm quietly building behind closed doors. And now that storm may finally be breaking. HYBE's internal team reportedly held an emergency late-night meeting, one that even the staff described as unusually emotional. The reason? A private update from Jungkook's doctor that left the room silent. It said that even the executives, usually composed and professional, struggled to keep their composure as the news unfolded. But perhaps what broke everyone's hearts the most, even before the public found out, was Taehyung's reaction. According to several staff members close to the scene, Taehyung was seen leaving the building abruptly, his eyes red, his expression unreadable. When asked if he was okay, he reportedly just shook his head and whispered, "He doesn't deserve this." What could have possibly happened to make someone as strong as Taehyung, the same person who's been known for his calmness under pressure, lose his composure like that? It all started a few days ago when Jungkook's team noticed something was off. Those around him mentioned that he seemed distant, quieter, like his energy was fading. At first, everyone assumed it was simple fatigue. After all, the last few weeks had been intense, with schedules, recordings, and private meetings filling nearly every moment of his day. But this time it wasn't just exhaustion. It wasn't something a few days of rest could fix. It was something more serious, something that even HYBE couldn't hide anymore. Fans began to notice clues, small, almost invisible, but undeniable. Jungkook's social media activity suddenly stopped. The frequent live streams, his cheerful updates, his tiny messages of gratitude to ARMY gone. Silence took over where laughter used to be. And if you know Jungkook, you know silence is never a good sign. Rumors spread like wildfire online. Some claimed he had fallen ill during a private rehearsal. Others suggested emotional stress had finally taken its toll. But none of those explanations prepared anyone for what was about to surface next. HYBE released a brief, cautious statement, one that left more questions than answers. "We ask for understanding as Jungkook takes time to focus on his health. We will share updates when appropriate." Health. That one word sent shockwaves across social media. Health? Jungkook, the golden magne, the strongest, the most energetic, the one who never seems to slow down, now suddenly in a condition that required rest and privacy? Something didn't feel right, and Taehyung knew it. He had been the first to notice Jungkook's change. The way he stared blankly at the floor during a recent meeting, the tremor in his hand that he tried to hide, the faint smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. Taehyung had seen it all, and though he stayed silent for the fans' sake, his worry had been growing. Now that silence is breaking, people close to BTS describe the current situation inside HYBE as deeply tense. Taehyung, usually warm and playful, has reportedly been spending long hours alone. A staff member mentioned hearing him softly playing the guitar in the practice room late at night. The same song Jungkook once sang during one of their most emotional concerts. It was the sound of heartbreak. Echoing in an empty building, armies around the world have flooded social media with messages of love and prayers, trending hashtags like #StayStrongJungkook and #WeLoveYouJungkook across multiple platforms. Yet, amidst all this support, there's a heavy question lingering in everyone's hearts. What really happened? HYBE remains silent, protecting Jungkook's privacy, but insiders suggest that the situation became critical after a recent event. During a private practice session, Jungkook reportedly felt dizzy and collapsed briefly. Though he regained consciousness quickly, he appeared visibly shaken, and those who saw it say Taehyung was the first to run to his side, shouting his name in panic. For Taehyung, it wasn't just fear, it was déjà vu. The two share a bond that runs deeper than friendship, built over years of laughter, pain, and shared dreams. Seeing Jungkook vulnerable like that brought back memories of their earliest struggles, when they had to hide exhaustion behind smiles. Now, however, they're older, and the stakes are much higher. Fans speculate that HYBE's urgency and Taehyung's visible distress point to something that isn't just physical. Could there be emotional or psychological weight behind Jungkook's sudden decline? Could the endless pressure, the expectations, the constant spotlight finally have pushed him too far? What's more alarming is that those closest to him, including Taehyung, have gone almost completely silent online. Normally, BTS members would reassure fans even in tough times, but this time the silence feels heavy, feels intentional, feels like a storm is brewing. And then, one late-night post from Taehyung changed everything. Without any caption, he uploaded a picture of the sky, dark clouds with a single ray of light cutting through. Fans immediately interpreted it as a message. Hope amidst pain. Could this be his way of saying Jungkook is still fighting? Theories spread rapidly. Some say Jungkook's health scare is being downplayed to prevent public panic. Others claim it's worse than fans think. And while no one outside HYBE truly knows the full truth, one thing is clear: Taehyung's worry is real. According to a staff insider, Taehyung reportedly told those around him, "He always says he's fine, but I know when he's not. He hides his pain too well." That single statement shook fans to their core. Taehyung's words, whispered in the quiet corners of the HYBE building, carried the weight of someone who's seen too much pain, too many sleepless nights, too many silent tears hidden behind bright lights and camera flashes. He hides his pain too well. That single sentence became a haunting echo, not just for staff, but for millions of fans who began replaying Jungkook's recent appearances in their minds, searching for signs they might have missed. And once you start looking, you can't stop seeing it. The way his smile faltered mid-laugh, the brief pause before answering questions, the way he pressed his hand to his chest during rehearsals, as though trying to steady something deep inside. These weren't just moments of exhaustion. They were silent calls for help, woven into performances that millions watched without realizing the truth hiding in plain sight. Inside HYBE, the tension had reached breaking point. It wasn't just a typical artist's health update. It was something bigger, more personal. Staff were reportedly instructed to keep details confidential, but whispers escaped anyway. One insider described the atmosphere as emotional chaos. Taehyung refused to leave Jungkook's side, staying long after visiting hours ended. He was the only one who didn't care about rules or protocol, only about Jungkook. He looked terrified, the source said softly, like he was watching someone he loved slip away, and he couldn't do anything about it. That night, Taehyung didn't go home. He stayed in the hospital's quiet waiting room, his hoodie pulled over his head, his phone untouched for hours. The world outside was spinning with theories, hashtags, and panic, but for him time stood still. The only sound was the hum of machines and the occasional footsteps of nurses. The irony of it all was painful. BTS, the group that brought joy and healing to millions, now faced one of their darkest, most uncertain moments. But what exactly caused Jungkook's sudden decline? Some say it was physical exhaustion. Others whisper that the emotional pressure of fame, combined with years of non-stop performance and public scrutiny, had finally broken through the armor he so carefully built. But those closest to him know it was more than just work. It was the burden of being everyone's strength, while silently carrying his own pain. That in the days leading up to the incident, Jungkook had been unusually quiet. He reportedly told Taehyung, "I feel strange lately, like I'm losing control." Taehyung, who always teased him for being